When Wormold arrived at his store in Lamperelia Street, Milly had not yet returned from her American convent school, and in spite of the two figures he could see through the door, the shop seemed to him empty. How empty! And so it would remain until Milly came back. He was aware whenever he entered the shop of a vacuum that had nothing to do with his cleaners. No customer could fill it, particularly not the one who stood there now looking too spruce for Havana and reading a leaflet in English on the atomic pile, pointedly neglecting Wormold's assistant. Lopez was an impatient man who did not like to waste his time away from the Spanish edition of Confidential. He was glaring at the stranger and making no attempt to win him over. "Buenos dias," Wormold said. He looked at all strangers in the shop with an habitual suspicion. 10 years ago a man had entered the shop posing as a customer, and he had guilelessly sold him a sheep's wool for the high-gloss finishing on his car. He had been a plausible impostor, but no one could be a less likely purchaser of a vacuum cleaner than this man. Tall and elegant in his stone-coloured tropical suit, and wearing an exclusive tie, he carried with him the breath of beaches and the leathery smell of a good club. You expected him to say, "The ambassador will see you in a minute." His cleaning would always be arranged for him, by an ocean or a valet. "Don't speak the lingo, I'm afraid," the stranger answered. The slang word was a blemish on his suit, like an egg stain after breakfast. "You're British, aren't you?" "Yes." "I mean really British? British passport and all that?" "Yes, why?" "One likes to do business with a British firm. One knows where one is, if you see what I mean." "What can I do for you?" "Well, first I just wanted to look around." He spoke as though he were in a bookshop. "I couldn't make your chap understand that." "You were looking for a vacuum cleaner?" "Well, not exactly looking." "I mean, you were thinking of buying one?" "That's it, old man. You've hit it on the nail." Wormold had the impression that the man had chosen his tone because he felt it matched the store, a protective colouring in Lamperelia Street. The breeziness certainly didn't match his clothes. One can't successfully follow St. Paul's technique of being all things to all men without a change of suit. Wormold said briskly, "You couldn't do better than the atomic pile."